Last class में we were discussing about the ultrasound findings. We also discussed about the Doppler changes which are going to happen in hydrops, and two important vessels we had already discussed. One was about MCA, the various changes in MCA, about fetal anemia, calculating the MOM values with the help of your Barcelona calculators, and number two, we had also discussed about our ductus venosus. Now today we have a little bit about two other vessels. One is umbilical vein and umbilical artery. So these changes will occur after, they will occur in an advanced setting. So if someone asks me that which is the vessel of choice, if I want to pick up early hydrops and I don't want to miss even the subtle cases, I would say it is always an MCA followed by ductus venosus in that order. But nevertheless, देख लेते हैं कि umbilical vein and umbilical artery में what kind of changes you can see in these two vessels in Doppler assessment. Okay. So first and foremost, मुझे बताओ that what is the normal waveform of your umbilical vein? Come on, let's try to keep it interactive so it will be more engaging and you're definitely going to learn much more. Okay, so the typical waveform, you all know that. Yes, you know, and please write in the chat if you know that it is, of course, a continuous non-pulsatile waveform. Absolutely correct. Continuous monophasic kind of a waveform. So this is the normal umbilical flow. Very homogeneous throughout, monophasic, typical monophasic. Now what will happen? इसमें क्या होगा? Hydrops is happening. That means the central venous pressure, basically the right atrial pressure is on the higher side. Normally what happens, there is venous return. So this is my vein and this is my heart. So normally venous return is from the systemic veins via IVC into the heart, especially the right atrium. Now here, because of back pressure changes, because of increased CVP, because of increased right atrial pressures, there is a backflow of blood into the venous system. So right atrium to IVC, to ductus venosus, to umbilical vein. And so these cardiac pulsations, the changes with the cardiac cycle, with the cardiac contraction, especially the right atrium, that means atrial contractions, they will be reflected now in my umbilical venous waveform, which was earlier very homogeneous, very monophasic, without any pulsatility whatsoever. But now in this setting of cardiac decompensation, elevated right atrial pressures, these cardiac pulsation because of back pressure changes will be reflected into my venous system. And specifically right now, I'm talking about my umbilical vein. Okay. So you cannot differentiate. So there is a very simple mimic that sometimes late in the pregnancy, somewhere in the third trimester, thoda normal, isme subtle, very subtle breathing undulations can be seen. But they're very different from abnormal cardiac pulsations, which will be picked up in a case of fetal hydrops. They will be just reflecting the waveform, which will become a little similar to the ductus venosus waveform. Okay, so you will have these various waveforms. It can be triphasic, it can be biphasic, depending on the decompensation stage. So that is what is interesting to know. So we all know that we can look at a free loop of cord. We can interrogate the umbilical vein. Normally, this is how the waveform appears. But if it is having cardiac decompensation, back pressure ki wajah se, these cardiac pulsations will be reflected in the umbilical vein also. So the severity is if there's just a single pulsation, it's atrial contraction. Now, as you keep on going to an advanced stage of cardiac decompensation from single to double to triphasic waveform will be seen. So what is the significance of umbilical vein Doppler per se in a case of fetal hydrops? It is representing, it can present in 28 to up to 80% of hydropic fetuses. That means it's a good thing that after looking at your MCA and ductus venosus, you can just quickly put on the flow and check for the waveform of umbilical vein as well in cases of fetal hydrops. Now, this will be more common in structural cardiac diseases having low output cardiac failure as compared to cases which are related to anemia. And this is also showing a strong association with mortality. If we talk about an umbilical artery, ये सबको पता है. Umbilical artery में everyone knows that normal should be a positive or a forward flow. The moment you have an absent forward, you have an absent diastolic flow or a reversal of diastolic flow, that is of course a sinister finding. Along with that, you will see the PI will also be on the higher side. Okay, so this is not very specific for hydrops evaluation, but you just need to know in advanced cases, even umbilical artery may such changes can be noted.